It's Everything Now, an interactive comedy show on Twitch where you, the viewers, are in control, featuring special guests from all over the Twitch community and the Los Angeles comedy scene. Enter a variety of wild scenarios with colorful characters and help steer the story in whatever direction you want. You can vote in polls to pick dialogue or make choices. You can pay to play sound effects that have in-show ramifications.
Road end in 100 feet.
What the fuck?
Submit images over Twitter and Discord for us to use. Or just hop in the chat and suggest what you think we should do. It's your show too, friend. Every episode is its own sandbox to play in. There's never a dull moment. Hop on in and experience everything now.
Hi! Hello! How's it going? I guess I don't really need this if I'm in the... Hi guys! Oh. Hey, it's been a long time. It's me, Mr. Grayson. Oh, I just gotta... How y'all doing? It's good to see you guys. Some familiar faces, Super Pizza, WavyLines, Taxman, Jay Nels. What's up? Things are back to normal, right? Back in the office. Just things are actually a little strange. I did get hired back to the Everything Now Show Corporation, but they're taking some new precautions with their interviewing. So they have enclosed me in this giant glass box so I avoid spreading any germs or anything. But we still do need to hire people. So I'm in here and we got a great setup. I think this is going to be super efficient. We have a phone set up right over there. And they can pick it up and reach me inside the box. They won't be able to hear me because this is very tight. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. What? No Bluetooth headset? No, we're still running hardwire right here. So I got my headset right here that I can communicate to you. You guys are hearing me through the headset. It's running out to you, but anyone in the room cannot hear anything that I'm saying. Also, Super Pizza says, Mr. Grayson, your quarantine hair is looking good and luscious. Thank you. I was getting a little self-conscious. It's a little longer than normal, but I'm glad you like it. I hope no one thinks I'm a hippie. But yeah. And hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I did go against my better judgment and eat a al pastor burrito for lunch, so I am feeling a little gassy. But that's a good reminder that there are sound alerts down below that you can use.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong! Ring-a-ding-dong-ding-ding-dong! Ding-ding-a-ding-a-dong! Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong! Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong! Ring-a-ding-dong-ding-ding-dong! Ding-ding-a-ding-a-dong! Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong!
And thank you, Never Not Polar. I'm Mr. Grayson, and I'm answering a personal phone call before we get started on interviews. Hi, everyone who joined from the raid, and hello to whoever's on the phone right now.
Hi, this is Christy from Dr. So's office. I'm just calling with some test results. Is this an okay time?
Actually, it's probably not the best. Is there a time that you could call back later?
Well, I mean, I'm already calling you kind of like after hours. We spent a really long time going over some test results from a recent visit of yours, and we just wanted to make sure that you got some of this information. It seemed kind of important. You were coming in for a very vital test, and I just wondered if maybe you wanted to get these test results now, because they are pretty important.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll just turn off. Yeah, you can go now. I don't think anyone else can hear. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, so we know you came in and we were technically your pediatrician when you were growing up, but apparently we're a trusted doctor, so we've had your records for a long time.
Okay.
And we just noticed that, during your vision test, it was just kind of, you said it was a rubber duck, like you were looking at the eye vision test, you said that's a rubber duck and that's a tree, and it turns out that you might be legally blind.
So you went through my old records from when I was a child?
Yes.
And found this out?
Yes, it's very important to keep updated on all of your patient's history. So we went back to your first ever vision test, and I think you might be legally blind.
You guys are thorough. Well, I do wear glasses.
Oh, you do?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you wear glasses now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I went to another doctor who didn't say I was legally blind, but did say my vision was very impaired.
Oh, well, that's fantastic news. My goodness, they should have shared that with us.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
Did you grab a lollipop on your way out, by the way?
When I came in there? What?
Yeah.
I actually can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure, because, everyone who's a good boy or a good girl, gets a lollipop when they leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I did.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you got glasses and that problem has been taken care of.
Yes.
Great. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for being so thorough. Wow.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Really. Okay. Bye.
Thanks. See you later. That's good. Let me just turn this back on. Hey guys, it was no big deal. I'm fine. So yeah, it looks like we got someone here who's ready to interview. Before we get started with this guy though, I do want to say up top there is a donation bar, $5, and I'll get to fire someone, which I don't like doing, but it's part of the job. Yeah, anyway, you're gonna help me interview this potential guy and many more. There's a lot of jobs open, so keep your questions going in the chat. And we got Jane L saying, you could have got a free lollipop, man, should have said no. And, that's probably a good observation. We got Super Pizza saying, Mr. Grayson, can you fire Bill Gates for me? And I'm pretty sure he's very high up in the Everything Now show corporation, so I don't know if I have the power to fire Bill Gates, but he sure does have the power to fire me. Great. Well, let's see who's here in front of us right now. The phone, sir. Yes. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. I'm Mr. Grayson. I assume you're interviewing for.
Oh, no, I'm Mr. Roland. I work here.
Okay.
Everything Now Corp?
Yeah, I never have met you, so.
Yeah, I was just transferred over from Dynamics.
Okay. Great. Are you just using this as like a.
I was told to set up here.
For your job? Oh.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, this is my office. I kind of need this space to interview people.
It actually sounds like this is my office. I wasn't going to say anything because I thought maybe... How do I put this? I thought the glass case was your office.
You thought... Oh, so this is like kind of like, you thought this was like a cubicle for me?
Yeah.
Ah.
And I thought the outer part...
Was like a different office?
Sorry, I'm just getting over a long-term throat illness. And I thought the outer part was my office. And so I didn't say anything because I just figured, the space is tight.
Yeah, and they didn't put you in a glass case.
No,
But you're not interviewing people, so that's understandable. You're not interacting a lot with.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do actually. So
Cool.
I'm actually. We don't have to get into this, but I overcame an amphetamine addiction, and I work at this job now.
Great. I
have a
overcame
son.
I overcame a ketamine addiction.
Oh, it's fascinating.
Yeah. But yeah, I do need the space to interview people in That's why the phone's set up so you can talk.
Okay.
'Cause they would be. I know you brought. I saw you bring in your own chair, but.
Yeah, well, they gave me a chair and sent me in here. So I guess if you want to call upstairs, they're the ones who sent me over.
Gotcha. You mind just using that phone? There's a one way to this, but I can't outgo.
So I call
different-
upstairs?
You can call upstairs on that phone.
Okay, but I'm not having any issue. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to get back to work. It's my first day at the new department, and there's a lot of deadlines I want to be ahead on.
Gotcha.
That's how we do it at Dynamics. I don't know how you do it here.
We usually do it where
All right.
no one else
All
is
right.
in my
Sounds
office.
good.
Well, this is going great so far, folks. Just a little hurdle, but what's hiring and firing without some hurdles being thrown at you, or that you have to? I guess the hurdles aren't really thrown at you; that you just run and jump over them. But yeah. And if you're just joining us, I'm Mr. Grayson. I'm enclosed in a glass capsule so I don't infect any of the interviewers. I'm interviewing for the Everything Now Show Corporation. This man, Mr. Rowland, thinks this is his office too. And he cannot hear me right now because he's not speaking through that phone. And he will not call up to see what the issue is. So maybe we can interview him while we're here. Do you guys have any questions for Mr. Rowland? Sad Bill says you should fire this bozo. Well, if duty calls, I could. But as of right now, looks like I cannot. What is his favorite word processor? Okay. Hey.
Hey, Donna.
This is Mr.
Oh,
Grace.
I'm looking for Donna.
Oh.
Hey, Donna.
You have to press 9 to dial out.
Okay, sorry. No, I have her. Donna.
Hi.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I got her. I'm still dialing in. Donna's in office.
Did you need something, Mr. Rowland?
Donna, do you not have an assistant? I have an assistant.
Did you need something, Mr. Rowland?
I'm sorry, Donna. One moment. I hate doing this to you. I don't want to waste your time. One moment.
No,
Do
it's
you not
no
have an
waste.
assistant?
It's no waste.
I have an assistant.
Okay, Donna's my assistant.
It's
She's
no
just
waste.
outside.
Who are you talking to?
We're both in the receiver.
Who is that?
We're
Sorry.
both. There you go. Now I can.
Whoa, this is
Donna's
fun.
my assistant. She's just outside. If you want a
This
coffee
is
or
fun.
a tea, she can get that for you. But I have to do this. So
Yeah, really strong forearms. I can carry a lot of coffee.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite word processor?
Is that for me?
Is that for me?
I'm on the phone with Donna right
Okay,
now.
sorry.
Donna,
Yeah?
I need you to move Mickelson to 3:30,
Mickelson to 3:30.
and then.
But is that going to conflict with your 5 o'clock dinner?
That's a good point.
You know you like to take long with Mickelson. You guys chat.
We do.
You guys love to gab.
Dinner tonight's with Bob Iger.
I know,
Missed
Mr.
that.
I know you can't reschedule again. He's going out of the country.
I know.
Ma'am?
Who is that?
No, this is Mr. Grayson.
Can
Who?
you grab
You're
Mr.
speaking
Grayson a
on-
coffee?
I don't need
Yeah.
coffee.
Can you grab him a coffee?
I
I'd
don't know
love
how
to.
you would even get it to me, but could you contact the people upstairs to make sure we can see whose office this is? Because there seems to be some confusion about.
I'm sorry, I've never heard your voice on the phone before.
I think Mr. Grayson's confused about some. I don't think they told him about some of the changes that were happening.
That's
today.
okay.
Do
Do you still want coffee?
you still want coffee?
I don't even know how you could get it to me at this point.
We're gonna
Okay.
nix the coffee for right now.
Okay.
But I might call you back. Is what I want to say.
Okay.
You're doing great work, Donna.
Stop, thank you.
How you liking the new space?
It's really cozy. I love my standing desk.
Did you get all your pictures up and everything?
I did. Thank you for
Okay.
noticing. What was that?
I think.
Was that you, Donna? That's fucked up.
Sorry.
Can you not blame my assistant for that? Hang on.
I didn't-
Excuse me, Donna. One moment, please.
I'm
Can you
sorry,
get
I
off the phone
cursed.
for a
I
second?
shouldn't
Yeah,
have
I'm sorry. I
cursed.
had carbonara for lunch. I'm hanging
Listen.
up.
Hey, listen. Oh, right.
You can't. Yeah.
Listen.
There you go. Yeah.
That's not fun to do, okay?
I don't
Donna
know.
does
I don't
not
know.
have the power that you have, and you're blaming her for your problems.
I
You're
didn't.
trying to scapegoat Donna.
I wasn't.
Donna's worked her whole life, 35 years, straight out of. Straight out of high school, she became a typist. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She worked hard. She doesn't need some punk executive with some Ivy League. How's it getting out of the room?
That was probably you that time.
It wasn't.
You dummy. Get your own office, or I'll keep farting.
Don't ever
rip it.
talk to Donna like that again,
No.
alright? How dare you?
How dare you?
Hi, Don. I'm sorry for blaming you for my fart.
It's fine. I did have carbonara for lunch, so that may have been me, but I don't normally partake.
And tell your buddy, hey, what do I miss most about methamphetamines? Getting more things done. I used to be much more productive. That's sort of how I got my meteoric rise to where I am right now.
Mm-hmm. You always say.
Oh, Donna, thank you. But it was bad for my heart.
Bad for your heart.
So.
Well, okay, if you don't need anything, I'll move Mickelson to 3:30 even. You
Don,
just
I
have
just
to...
need you to contact the people upstairs.
I'm sorry, I
and
don't
see-
work for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Donna.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I assume there's people waiting in the lobby to interview. That just can't come in because there's someone obviously sitting there. And I do have my own assistant. It's just it's a robotic computer system that notifies me when things get in, but doesn't make it any less better than having a real person. So I don't think he should knock me for not having an assistant.
What's up?
Can you leave? I'm sorry.
you
I'm trying
leave?
to be as polite. I know. I can't. I'm in a box that doesn't. That can't.
What if I put your box in the hallway?
No, I need a room to. It seems like you can exist in a hallway. I need another person. I need this setup to work.
I came from a corner office. I'm not thrilled about the change, if I'm being honest. Now, I have to share an office with a man in a glass box. Okay, fine. Things are moving around. ENS is reshuffling. I know that. Now I have to go in the hallway? Come on.
Nope.
Take a call or something. Huh? Do you not have work to do? Do you not have a job?
I do. I have to interview people that.
Freaking jag off.
There is a rolly wheel to move the box, and yes. But the thing is, motion design, I can't do my job if I'm outside the room because the room has the phone and they need to communicate to me to interview. It just seems like it'd be easier for Mr. Roland to he has a lot. He needs a lot less space than I do. I'm in a giant box.
Thank you, we eat the money, yes, yum yum.
And Jane Else, and that's a fire him, and that's a fire him, Mr. Roland. And now I've been given order from the execs to fire Mr. Roland, so I'm going to do that.
Hey, Mr. Grayson, are you there?
This is Mr. Grayson's assistant.
I'm getting...
This is Mr.
This
Grayson's
is his assistant?
Yeah.
He told me earlier he didn't have an assistant.
He just got one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
This is Daryl.
Why?
Why?
Why did he just get an assistant?
He heard that it would help, so he got one. And this is him speaking to you now. You want me to transfer you to Mr. Grayson?
Hang on. Let me check with Mr. Grayson. You're saying he has an assistant?
Yes, I'm saying he has an assistant.
I don't know about that. Okay, look, the point is, I just got some word I have to fire him, so if you could patch me through to him, I'm gonna have to let him go.
Thank you.
I guess this is your first day at the job, but Donna's been with me for about 12 years now. I can't lose her, she's indispensable, but I can definitely try to set you up somewhere.
Oh, and Mr. Grayson's patching through right now.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Grayson. Hey, I was wondering if
Hey,
you had a
buddy.
second to talk.
I'm actually firing.
Oh,
so-
I'm firing you.
Yeah, but you're in Dynamics, and I'm a hiring.
I got
firing.
transferred
You're fired.
from Dynamics.
You're fired.
I'm in hiring
Get
and
the
firing.
fuck out of my office.
You don't fire me.
Get
I
the
fire
fuck out
you.
of my office.
Who has the bigger room?
You're fired.
Who has the bigger room?
You're fired.
No, tell me who has the bigger room
Sorry,
right now.
you're fired.
You're fired.
Okay, I'm fired.
Hang on.
Still
I'm
in the glass box in your office.
I'm getting a second call. Hang on.
It's me, Donna.
Donna?
I heard you were fired?
No, I'm not fired. I'm firing someone. Hey,
No.
listen,
I got
have
it
an
from
assistant.
I got it from up above that you're fired. Am I coming with you or do I work for Mr. Grayson now?
You work for me now, Donna.
Will you
Hey.
be kind?
This is my cell phone. Don't talk into my cell phone. Okay? Don't talk into my cell phone.
Will you be kind?
Donna?
I'll be kind.
Donna.
Okay. Well,
Donna,
it was really nice working with you. I guess I work for Mr. Grayson. Sorry.
Donna, that was you?
That one was me.
Donna.
I had carbonara.
I defended you earlier.
I know. Well, it was really nice working for you. I'm gonna keep the bonus you gave me, and
Good.
I'm gonna work for Mr. Grayson now.
Donna, don't. Hey.
This is
I
hard.
still work here. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. But
This
listen.
is hard.
Donna, it's okay. At least you don't work any longer for a sideways hair fuck.
All right.
That he
Donna.
does have a fair point. That was a good burn.
Donna,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you something.
Okay.
You're doing great work. I understand.
Thank you.
You gotta do whatever you gotta do.
And I
I
gotta
still
work
work
for
here.
Mr.
I
Grayson.
understand. I still work here. I'm gonna go talk to the boss baby right now. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Okay? When I come back, you and this other assistant that apparently works for Mr. Grayson, you're both gonna
Me.
work for me, okay? No, not you. There's another one.
No, now I work for
I
Mr.
know, but
Grayson.
there's still another one, and you're both gonna work for me. All right? I'm gonna go talk to boss baby.
Okay. Mr. Grayson, do you want any coffee?
Hey, Mr. Grayson.
Hey, goodbye,
Hey,
Mr.
you're
Raw
fired.
Ass.
Hey, you're fired. You're fired.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go talk to the boss baby and make sure you're fired.
Okay. What a relief. And remember, you can always win an argument if you're trapped inside a glass box. Anyway, sorry for all the foul language. And, Donna, if you can still hear me, glad to have you on board.
So happy to be here.
Yeah. Happy
At
to
least
have
you're not
you.
a sideways hair fuck.
Hey, that's true.
So did you need any coffee?
I still don't know how I could get it, but if you can find
I
a
mean-
way, maybe just pour it through the seams of my glass case.
Yeah, I'm resourceful.
Okay.
That was one of my skills on my resume.
Great.
Okay,
Thanks, Donna.
no problem. Bye.
Well, great. Cool. That was fun. Well, we haven't interviewed anyone, but if you're just joining us, I'm Mr. Grayson, the head of hiring and firing at the Everything Now Show Corporation. I am enclosed in a glass box because theoretically, when an interviewer comes in, I will not spread germs to them. But that has not happened yet. But when it does happen, it's gonna be great. And you guys are gonna help me pick. Let's reset this goal here. Boom. Thank you to I think it was Jay Nels for donating that. Let's see what our execs are saying. But if they each have to use the phone, they're spreading germs to each other. And you know, that's something for someone else to think about, but I just have to worry about hiring and firing. That's a great point, though. Alright, and I'm told we're going to have one of our interviewers calling in, so I'm just going to set that up. Maybe get the bossa nova out of my ear. Perfect. Great. And hello. Do I have someone on the line here?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. I can.
Well, please do not cry, for it is me, Goodness Guy.
Hello, goodness guy. I am Mr. Grayson. It's nice to be speaking with you.
Sergeant Grayson, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, just Mister, but
big
I
fan of your-
appreciate the.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm a big fan of your operation here. Seems like it's a tightly wound machine, kind of like a military of sorts.
Oh, I guess you could. I guess you could say that. Everything Now show does have a military department. I'm not really sure what they do there, but yeah, it's good.
Love to hear that.
Yeah,
I love the soldiers.
You love the soldiers? That's
Oh yes,
great.
I do. I think it's just the most wonderful and most honorable job out there, other than being a police officer or a superhero like myself.
Yeah, and you're a real life superhero.
I am so sorry about that. I had brown butter carbonara today.
Oh, brown butter carbonara. That's okay. If I'm being honest, I've been farting a little bit too, and I am enclosed in a glass box, which there doesn't seem to be any reason for it yet, because I have not talked to anyone in person besides some asshole named Mr. Roland.
Wow, well that sounds like a hell of a darn shooting day, but I mean, get out of that glass box. You're gonna hotbox yourself in there.
I wish I could, goodness guy, but yeah, I wish.
Do you
I
need
could.
me to come save you?
No, I think I'm okay right
Need me
now.
to swoop
but
in?
nope, you're good. But maybe you could save this company if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, well, you know what I say. Bad guys will fry, for it's me, Goodness Guy.
And what do you mean by bad guys will fry?
Oh, I'm gonna take care of the bad guys.
Okay. And like in this scenario, let's imagine something like, give me an example of a bad
Let's do a
guy that might
hypothetical.
be. Okay, yeah.
I like improv.
Improv. Okay, yeah, I've taken a few corporate workshops. Improv.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah.
Yes, and
I'm not sure what that is, or I'm not sure what that means.
just let's go ahead with the scenario. What am I doing? What's going on?
You're so you're at work, and there's a guy
And I'm me.
and you're a Goodness Guy, and
Oh, good.
Maybe there's a coworker that you see that goes in. Let's say the coworker's name is Jack, and Jack goes into the fridge and he pulls out a sandwich that is clearly marked for Donna. So it clearly says Donna across, written in tape on the sandwich. And he unwraps it and he takes a bite. What do you do?
I'm gonna kick the door down and say, Jack, put the sandwich down. You know you didn't make that.
Okay, that's good. Maybe
you
not
Jack?
harm the.
Are you gonna be Jack?
Store. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll be Jack. I'll be like, hey man, I'm hungry. And I'm
Okay,
a
and
man.
I break a cabinet.
Oh.
To show force and show him that I'm not to be messed with.
Oh, okay. Listen, chill out, man.
Jack!
I don't. Oh. Yes.
Just put the goddamn sandwich down.
Okay.
This is your final warning.
You know what? I'm not gonna put the sandwich down, sir.
Oh, well, as I always say, look out, bad guys, don't even try. It's me, Goodness Guy. And then I break both his legs.
Oh my god. And then
How
and then
about
what
that, Jack?
I'm sure he's gonna be screaming in pain and now
Not
he's probably
complying,
not-
I
he's
see.
He's probably gonna stop eating the sandwich at this point, though. He'll probably have dropped it on the ground if you break both his legs. I mean,
And now you've dirtied Linda's sandwich that she worked on this morning? Laser eyes. Right into his heart.
Blazer eyes? You just
Yes,
murdered
pile
this
of
man
ash
for
where-
eating Donna's sandwich?
Pile of eyes were... Murder is such a word. For a guy like me, Sky, I'm simply carrying out justice.
Gotcha.
That's what my license says, at least.
Okay, Goodness Guy. I mean, that's alright. But if
How'd
you're
I
gonna be
do?
I mean, if you're gonna be like
Good with
security-
constructive criticism.
Okay, yeah. I mean, our security personnel usually don't, kill any of the employees.
Ooh, I see. And this is where I can come in, yes?
No, and this is where you shouldn't. There shouldn't be any murdering or killing of, or like, you know, there should be no death in the name of justice at the Everything Now Show Corporation unless we're doing it upon our consumers.
They said this was a comedy show. Oh, that's funny. Is this reverse psychology? Do you want me to go kill someone right now? Do you want me to prove it?
No, I don't want you to kill anyone. I don't actually want. I don't. Let's do another scenario, and maybe let's try it where you don't kill the person this time.
Sounds good. And again, very good at improv. We can do like a BC rap or something maybe, or anything else also.
Let's just keep it to the same scene type thing where you would react to a scenario that I'm doing, okay?
Got it. And I'm myself.
And you're still yourself in this job if you potentially get it.
Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, someone says do a herald. We can just do a quick ABC. I'm really good at group games.
That's a little outside of my wheelhouse, but...
Okay.
Great.
Let's just get back to it.
Okay. Cool. So I'm Samuel, and I'm walking
Sammy! How's Trix?
She's good. We are still happily married.
Glad to hear it. I love that Trixie. Ho, ho, ho.
Great. And so you see Samuel kind of walk past you and kind of just like take a camera from the equipment room and just kind of like try to, you know, he tries to sneak it under his jacket and just be like, all right, goodness guy, have a good weekend.
Whoa, slow down there, soldier. And then I walk over to Samuel and I put my hand on his shoulder and I break it just because of the sheer force of my own power. I didn't even mean to. It's just a thing that happens.
You break his shoulder?
Yeah, just upon touching it. And I say, where are you going with that thing, guy? Sorry. Brown butter bacon carbonara.
That's okay. Is the phone very close to your butt? Or...
I'm just a really loud individual.
Okay, I got you.
Just every part of my body.
Okay, yeah. I get it. Anyway, so, well, Samuel's shoulder is broken, so he's probably screaming in pain again.
That's usually what they do.
How would you respond to Samuel, like, not really being able to justify what he's doing, and he's just kind of screaming because you just crushed his shoulder with your hand?
Screaming out of guilt, eh? Giving up your own position, I see. Well, guess what, bad guy? It's over for you, and it's on for me, goodness guy. Then I pat him on the other shoulder, and he just kind of gets sunken into the ground. And if you were to go one floor lower on the building, you'd see his broken little feet dangling from the ceiling, kind of kicking around.
Okay, and we're gonna hop out of this scenario. But goodness guy, that was still a little
and that's what you get for stealing camera equipment.
Okay,
right?
And we're not even sure if that's what was happening. Right? That's you know, it might have. Anyway, okay. Well, let's go to some of our exec questions. Our executives in the chat. If you have any questions for goodness guy, please ask now. We have.
I bet there's a bunch of fans in here who've read my books, who've read the comic books, who've seen the adaptations of my work on the big screen and in video game form.
Maybe. Okay, we got a question from Jay Nels. What's the nicest thing goodness guy has done?
Oh my goodness. Well, looking back on my wonderful, colorful career as a superhero, I could look back at the time that I saved a family of kittens from a tree.
That's good.
A very tall birch. Yeah, it was very nice, and these pesky firefighters were in the way, so I slammed them all into the earth, and then I pulled the tree down onto the ground. Oh. And, I mean, at the behest of a couple broken cars that people were inside of, I managed to save the family of kittens. And, you know, I learned that day I shouldn't hold kittens, because kind of like Lenny from Of Mice of Men, I have this really weird magic touch where I just kind of am accidentally so strong and powerful. Killed about 2 of the kittens, managed to give 3 of them back to the kid who owned them, and I accidentally laserized him because I was just so happy. So he's blind, but he definitely has 3 seeing eye kittens at the very least, and that might be my happiest accomplishment.
Okay.
Also, my film adaptation with Zachary Quinto
Great. And give it up for Zachary
from
Quinto.
Star Trek. He was also in The Slap.
Okay. Great. Well, that seems like you still hurt a lot of people in that scenario. But we'll move on.
I was carrying justice.
Next question is from Executive Sadville PM saying, what are all his superpowers? So what are all your superpowers?
Oh. Gosh, well, I mean, I'd like to say that my number one superpower is my penchant for doling out and acknowledging justice when it's needed. Just kind of like surveying a situation and knowing, oh, this person is being wronged. Clearly, I need to save them, and there's a bad guy afoot who deserves to be smashed. In addition to that, I have my laser.
That feels like just like a judgment thing that is just solely based on maybe how you were raised and your perception of reality, not very much like a superpower that was endowed to you.
I don't know what gibberish you're speaking right now, but when my grandpappy Clentox from the planet Zorby told me that I had these powers and have the responsibility of knowing just what is right in the world, that it was a superpower, and it wasn't some weird, what did you just call it? Dumb shit? I don't know what you were saying.
That's not what I was saying. But
anyway, I also have laser eyes, and I'm super strong.
Thanks very much. Super strong.
And I also can, I have an EMP-esque ability to just kind of damage electronic equipment whenever I'm near them.
Wow. You have a lot of superpowers.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I work with the cops when I use that thing, and they just kind of send me to places where they say they don't need power anymore, and I say, you got it! And I just kind of snap, and then boom. Blocks, blacked out. Villains, out of electronic equipment just when they were going to use them to do bad.
Great, and we will probably not need to use that superpower if you become a security guard here, but yeah. Next question.
Okay,
is from,
I'm just saying these are all skills I use as a landlord as well. I'm a landlord on the side.
Oh, you're a landlord and you're also looking to be a security guard?
I moonlight.
Okay. Great. Well, we have another question from Executive Taxman saying, what is the longest period you've gone without murdering someone?
Oh, wow. Well, you know, I used to hibernate because of my alien genes, and that's just kind of a thing we have to do with our scaly skin and our hairy bones. But even during hibernation, I'd accidentally end up murdering one or two people, despite the fact that I've locked up my own shelter just to the degree where I can't get out and escape. I'm a sleepwalker. So I somehow managed to draw one or two people into my hibernation den so I could murder them. I'm still pretty impressed about how I did that. I don't even know. But I guess we're going back to the question. Longest I've gone without murdering someone. Boy, I had a pretty off day last week. Like last Thursday. Yeah, accidentally just kind of wasn't strong enough, let some people go, reconnected some families, and no one got hurt, unfortunately.
Well, that sounds like it's
I feel like
thing. That sounds like it was a good day.
I'd say that there's a menacing force out there that deserves to be pounded into some sort of smithereen, and I can't, I can't dwell on past failures. Obviously, like a day goes by where I don't accidentally crush someone's meniscus or just kind of squeeze their brain on accident out of their ear. Well, then I feel like I've done my job. You know what I mean?
Okay, great. Well, I think we have enough information. We're now gonna ask our execs if we should hire you for the security guard position. So
okay.
In a moment we'll get a poll up chat, and you will vote to see if Goodness Guy should be hired as the Everything Now show security guard.
I will make sure this building is safe and no one is harmed.
It sounds like you do the opposite, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, we're and there's the poll right there. So 1 for yes, a 2 for no. Should we hire Goodness Guy? And don't worry, the poll is anonymous. So Goodness Guy will not have any information on who voted.
I am monitoring the chat right now, and I can see some people who disagree with my methods. Interesting. You'll be getting a DM from me individually, one by one. And I'm going to just go ahead and see what you really think about me. Eye to eye.
Okay.
I'm going to fly to your house.
Oh, and don't worry, guys. Just don't worry about that. You'll be fine. Please vote to your heart's content on if Goodness Guy.
Be honest.
Yeah. Be honest. So what do you do?
We should wrap this up because there's people playing Goodness Guy 2 for the PS2 on Twitch right now. They're doing speed runs. It's a cult game. It's my favorite accomplishment of mine in my career.
Great. And yeah,
they got the guys from Neversoft to do the controls for swinging around and for punching people until they fall into the ground and stuff like that. It's a pretty great game.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, this is not so fun, but you got a no. I'm sorry, but the execs voted no, and you will not be getting the job. But appreciate you coming in. You seem like a decent something.
You know what? This is fine. I usually be pretty pissed about this kind of thing, but I think that I know my worth, and this interview has helped me realize just what I'm worth, and I'm gonna go blow off some steam.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna go ahead and smash some people into the ground.
Oh, don't do that. How about you just go,
like pegs for a tent that you go camping with.
That doesn't sound...
I will pat them on the shoulder, and they'll just jut into the earth, 2 or 3 inches.
Maybe you could just go to the batting cages or something to blow off steam. You don't have to.
Definitely would be people there I could smash into the earth. Yeah.
No,
that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Where else could I find people?
Well, it doesn't have to be people or anything living. It could just,
That's right. I could harm animals. Great idea,
No,
Chum.
not anything living is what I said. Just nothing. Just don't hurt anything that's alive.
You know what? You seem to be harshing my buzz. Maybe we shouldn't be working together. This is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Yes, and this was your idea.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, because I am Goodness Guy, and I'll be flying into the sky.
Okay. Well, thank you, Goodness Guy.
I like to jump onto 747s, kind of like the thing in that Twilight Zone episode. The thing on the wing.
Okay.
Terror from 50,000 feet above. That's me.
Okay. That's a little scary.
I'm on the side of your I'm on the side of your plane. That's what I do.
Okay. Thank you, Goodness Guy. Thank you so much.
Do not cry, for it's me, Goodness Guy.
And wow. And that was something. Well, it doesn't look like we got to hire Goodness Guy, but I think that's for the best. He seemed very scary and probably would have killed me if he was here in person. So I'm glad that he called in. If you're just joining us, I'm Mr. Grayson. I am the head of hiring and firing here at the Everything Now show. And so far we have fired someone, Mr. Roland, who already worked here and was trying to usurp my office space. And we have not hired anyone. So we'll keep the interviews going. Hopefully this glass box will come into use because it hasn't really been used yet.
Is it me now?
Oh yes, come on in.
Can you say presenting?
I don't even think she can hear me.
Is there anyone in there? Is there anyone in there? Hi! Hello!
Hi!
Hi! Hello!
Hi!
I can't hear you.
I know you gotta pick up the phone.
The phone?
You gotta just pick up the phone.
Well, that ruins like a whole thing that I had.
I'm sorry, we can start over.
Up.
Just tell,
Hi!
just tell me what you wanted in the phone, and I
wanted you to say presenting.
Okay. I can do that. Presenting, and that's it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I can hear you though.
Presenting.
Me!
And it's you. Oh.
Did you just fart? I thought I heard it, but it's in the box, and it's, you know.
I will be 100% honest with you, I did fart.
Well, I mean, to each their own. What an entrance on your part, that is.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, and you said your name was Me, is that your...
No, well, that's kind of like a fun nickname I have. Like, it's me. My name is Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
I'm Cindy.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Grayson.
It's very nice to meet you. I wish I could shake your hand, but maybe we could do like a Titanic situation.
Uh-huh. Just...
Oh, almost. Oh, wow. This is intimate.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. It's...
Not to be confused with Sydney. I'm just like... well, I guess I should start with what I'm here, what I'm interviewing or auditioning for almost. I'd love to be one of the lead performers on the Everything Now show, since everyone was fired.
Oh,
There's
yes.
openings for talent, and the talent has arrived.
Yes. That's great. Glad to hear you're here for that. I will say though that Sydney does still have her job on the Everything Now show.
She does. Oh, she does?
Sydney still does work here, but doesn't mean you can't. Doesn't mean you don't have a shot. You know, this interview could go really well.
Well, this show could use more women, so I think I'll just. I think I'll give it a chance.
I agree.
Here's the thing. So I know that So I'm just like Sydney, except the exact opposite. I'm loud and obnoxious, and I love telling personal things about myself. This morning I went to the doctor, and they gave me a prescription for something that cannot be cured by normal medical procedures, and I'm very happy about it because that means I'm special.
Well, great. Congrats for getting your medication on that. Good, great.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm what they like to call a triple threat. I can sing, I can dance, and if needed, I can kill a man from close or far range.
And there's a lot of we're 2 for 2 for people that have interviewed who are ready to kill someone. But that's okay. Let's keep going. So you, how about you give us some background into maybe what you've performed in or any?
Of course. Was that you again?
Yeah.
Would you like to see the doctor that I'm seeing?
I'm good. I have a great pediatrician that still checks in on me. So.
Okay, because he can help you and he's very affordable.
Maybe we can talk after the interview.
Okay.
Thank you, we eat the money, yes, yum,
And
yum.
thank you, Super Pizza, for your donation. Thank you so much. If you want to let us know who you're going to fire, just put it in there and we'll do it after this interview. So yeah.
What?
Go ahead. Sorry, I was talking to one of the execs.
No.
But continue. Places you performed or projects you worked on?
Well, okay, so when I was 11, I was selected from a mall food court to be Annie in a show where one of the chorus members was named Annie, but it wasn't the famed sad child musical Annie. So, and I did phenomenal work on that. And from that performance as Annie, but not the sad, beautiful orphan Annie, I was selected to be on the TV show Cops. But not as a cop, definitely as one of the children that they arrest and take to prison for being a part of an illegal ring. And when I was in that illegal ring, I was selected, of course, to be in the movie Jaws as the shark.
Okay, just back up a second. You were arrested. I don't think that really counts as a role on the show if you were arrested on Cops.
But I got a credit for it.
They credited you? They do that on IMDb?
I only did light arson. It's not like... It's not like it was something super bad, you know?
Okay.
I was also not in the movie super bad, but it was based off of some things that I'd done that became almost like local legend in some police departments.
Well, that's good. Did that relate to how you are ready to murder anybody at any point?
What?
That you mentioned earlier?
Close or far range. And I'm not saying I've actually committed murder per se, but I am ready to at any point.
Okay. Great. Great question from J. Nell saying Jaws came out 45 years ago, so that would make you
87.
87. We do not discriminate for age.
Being ageist is wrong. I also have a great doctor who fixed my face into positions that mean they no longer are affected by gravity. There might be mercury inside my forehead, but it's not in my brain. It's not in my brain.
Okay. All right. Great. Yeah.
I'm able to do improv and improve it. Like, give me a suggestion.
Cruise ship.
Cruise ship. Oh no, it's going down. Is this the Titanic, the film? Perhaps it is. Did I sink the Titanic? Maybe. Yes, and.
Oh, yes. You want me to... Or you just
The violins are playing. It's all going down. Can't you hear them? Can't you hear them?
Oh, yep, and watch out for my glass. Wow, that was...
Thank you.
Great.
Thank
great.
you.
Speaking of improv, are there any characters that you can maybe showcase?
Thank you. You will never escape.
And thank you, Kai Ripteron, for the 7 months subscription. You're great. Thank you. And Cindy, how about you showcase? There's a lot of characters that come on the show. How about you showcase some characters that might work?
Of course.
bring on
Okay.
the show.
So this is what I call. This is like if you had a character who answered telephone calls.
Okay.
And her name might be Kat, but spelled with a C and not a K. Hi, thank you for calling the ENS call center. Can I help you today?
Yeah. Hi. I'm a big buffoon that likes to eat money and poop out dollar bills.
If you're eating money, that's going to severely impact the peristaltic motion in your lower intestine, and you're probably blocked up. So if you're pooping out money, you should probably see a doctor.
Okay, we're gonna back out of this character for a second.
Yeah, I have another one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so say it was like a woman on the street reporter, like someone who is a journalist live on the news, and her name, I don't know, it could be something like Kill Jado.
Okay. That
So
sounds
okay,
familiar.
reporter. Yeah. Okay. We're live on the street where it's another tragic day in the city, and it turns out nothing's happening because everyone died of a tragic food poisoning situation. We all received free food from the government, and it killed everyone. So there's no one to interview, and there's no event, large or small. Back to you.
Cindy, Cindy, I noticed your characters are a little quiet and sad.
What?
I noticed your characters are a little quiet and sad.
No. They're realistic.
Okay.
They're realistic. And that's what true improv is about. Grounding things. Basing it in reality. And that is what I'm doing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that's why I'm a 2-time award-losing actor.
Oh, and you count that as like a accolade?
Of course. I wasn't nominated. So that means I couldn't have won. But maybe they thought about me in a whisper when they were thinking about nominating people. And I take that as a win because that means I got into someone's frontal cortex, just like an insidious thought right before you go to sleep and you're like, it's time to relax, and then in pops me.
That would be a great character on the show. What you just did.
That was not even realistic. That'd be a horrible character. No one would want to see something cookie.
Yeah. We got a question from one of our execs, Sarma Narnar. Can you play as a random crying girl in New York, North Yorkshire, England?
Easy.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just preparing.
That's okay. Take your time.
I'm so sad because I'm going to die of polio. And sing! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot louder, I would say. It's still very sad, but it's good. We don't have a lot of grounded characters, I guess.
Grounded.
Yeah.
Realistic. Normal people. That's what the people want to see.
Yeah. Maybe there's some more suggestions for. Oh, here we go. We got something from nephew Zach. Wow, you really go to dark places for your performance. Are
you disrespecting me?
No, I'm really sorry. I think I have an addiction to Al Pastor burritos. I really try to not. Anyway, it's besides the point. Nephew Zach says, wow, you really go dark places for your performance. How do you think of happy thoughts to snap back into reality?
Easy. One time when I was leaving the subway, did I take a train? Perhaps, perhaps not. But I was down there, and that's what's important to remember. So I'm sorry, I just thought back to that moment, and it filled me with glee. So I was leaving the subway, and a man ran into me, and I was ready to fight. But he looked at me and he said, "Aren't you Annie? Didn't you play Annie? Not the musical about the sad, beautiful orphan, but the chorus girl in the off Broadway production?" And I said, "Yes!" And that moment of recognition, that feeling of fame has carried me this entire time. So anytime I need to pull myself from the depths of a poor reality, I think about that man running shoulder first into my sternum and saying, "Annie?"
And I consider that a creepy interaction, but I'm glad that it's done good for you. Yeah. Great. Well, we got a suggestion from exec motion design asking if you could do a roller coaster scene.
A roller coaster. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to place you down, or what is the proverbial you?
Yes. Thank you.
Can you set the scene, and can you say like hands, arms, and feet inside the roller coaster at all times, and then say it in Spanish? So you say "Permanecer sentados, por favor," and then you act like it's going to close on me.
Yes, I can do most of that. Hey folks, welcome to the Silver Bullet here at Knott's Berry Farm. And before we take off, we just need to remind you to keep all arms and legs inside the coaster at all times. And Cersei wasn't that bad on Game of Thrones. Anyway, and down they go. And bye.
My oldest brother died on this ride. I can't believe I'm conquering a fear today. Life sure has become a blank slate of what it could have been before if my oldest and favorite sibling was still alive today. You know, one time we really connected over the fact that we both love to be Yoshi when we play Mario Party. But when he died, now I always get to be Yoshi in Mario Party. And I guess that's kind of a win, but it's also sad that I don't get anyone to fight with over it. Is it over?
And welcome back. And you can get off now.
Ha! And I fooled you. I wasn't really on a ride. I wasn't really on a ride.
And you really fooled me. I always can hardly hear the sound of the roller coaster over the pensive thoughts that people say.
And that's acting.
That's acting. Well, great, Cindy. We're gonna get a pull up. We're gonna get a pull up now from our execs. And execs in the chat, you're gonna vote on whether you think Cindy should be the next main cast member on the Everything Now show. So please vote. You saw a few characters from Cindy.
Are you disrespecting my art?
I honestly have no control.
I'm putting my heart and soul out here for you, and the best that you can do is fart.
I'm sorry. It wasn't in response to you specifically. It's just it's a vowel thing. Anyway, should we hire Cindy to be the next main cast member on the Everything Now show? Vote 1 for yes, vote 2 for no. And Cindy, it's been really great interview.
Thank you. And finally, I can outperform Sydney.
Oh, we didn't really touch on that. Do you have like a grudge against Sydney? Or
I just know that I'm the more talented one. So why does she get to be on this show when I have to continue doing off, into a river, out of it, and then across the Brooklyn Bridge productions? You know?
Yeah, I don't know why. And well, good news, because they voted almost unanimously yes, you are gonna be the next main cast member on the Everything Now. Congrats. Oh, and great.
Finally.
Yes, and thank you.
Sorry about
Thank
the
you.
chair.
That's okay.
I really am. I was so excited. I didn't need to.
That's okay.
Well, I'm gonna go prepare for my first character. So, you, thank you, thank you.
I'm looking forward to see you on the show.
Thank
you on the show.
Thank you.
Great. And thanks, guys, for hiring Cindy to be the next main cast member.
Thank you, you will never escape.
And thank you, C Green, for the 7 months subscription. Thank you. And we can't forget about Super Pizza's donation. Super Pizza, who do you want me to fire? All the execs know everyone who works here, so just let me know and we can get them on the phone, and I will have to do the dirty work. That is my job of firing as well as hiring. So, Super Pizza, if you know, please shout out in the chat who you would like me to
Thank you very much.
go. Let's fire the Orphan King. And you guys all know the Orphan King. They've worked here for some time as the king of the orphan, the Everything Now show orphanage that we run. And I guess it's time for the Orphan King to go. You know, the Orphan King has done a lot of good for this company, especially being an orphan themselves. They've really done a lot of great work, but I guess when it's time, it's time. So, and we have a question from WavyLines, but who will rule over the orphans with the king gone? And that's a great question. Maybe there'll be somebody else coming in to replace the Orphan King once we fire him. So, and here comes the Orphan King. Hello!
It's me.
Oh, and your beard is falling off.
It's a trick beard so that the kids never get too attached to one adult.
And I don't really know. I don't want to really dive into that. But, nice to see you, Orphan King.
It's pleasant to see you.
Why don't you have a seat?
I prefer to stand. Never let anyone get too comfortable.
Right. Okay, so I called you in here, because we've been looking at the reports, and you know, you've just been falling short for a couple quarters in a row.
Too many kids got adopted.
Yeah.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, when we when we run
Look,
low
it's
on.
not my fault. They're so charming, especially when they can sing and dance.
I know we get the best. We get the best kids top. Yeah. But when we have a lower inventory, you can't the adoption fees, they go down, so we make less money. Yada yada yada. Anyway,
It's really a cruel business model.
It really is, and I'm glad that I do not have my hands anywhere near that part of the business. But
And that's why you hired me.
Yes, so you could do all that work for me, and that is why I will be firing you.
Oh no, I'm a monarch. I seized power from divine intervention. I wasn't hired. I'm the orphan king. I'm not the orphan CFO.
Right.
I'm not the orphan assistant manager. I'm the orphan king.
Right. And consider this like me slaying the king. Consider this like, in the way that a monarch would pass thrones. We're doing that now with you, but the throne isn't going to be occupied by anyone immediately. It's going to be empty for a little while until we find someone that's
But
more
I have
qualified.
I have no son to take power after me.
Correct.
Who will usurp the throne?
Yes.
You're usurping my throne?
I'm not going to, no. I'm going to find a candidate who will, who's qualified to take on that throne. For right now, yeah. We have a thing from Super Pizza. Mr. Grayson, maybe you have to do murder. Did you ever consider that?
Oh, I forgot.
And I didn't consider that. But
I didn't
don't-
realize how good my hearing was this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Well, we all know you have excellent hearing.
Excellent hearing.
From all the way you can listen to the children. So yeah.
Well,
I don't. Do you want to be murdered? This seems weird. It seems like you're off pretty easy. You just get fired. Unemployment's great right now.
it's the only way to legally take the crown. I'm not just gonna hand it over willy-nilly. I'm not just gonna walk away.
Great. Is there an orphan queen? Says Sad Bill PM.
Of course, her name's Baron Estra. Because she can't have children of her own.
Great. Maybe I can call someone to come kill you? I don't know. This is awkward.
It's the only way.
Hello? Anybody in the lobby? Anybody in the lobby that I can get in touch with here?
Hello?
Hi. Yes, this is Mr. Grayson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Mr. Roland.
Oh. Hey, Mr. Roland.
Yeah, I got moved to the lobby.
You got moved to the lobby?
Yeah. Did I leave my stress toy up there?
You did, actually.
Good. Great.
You want to come get it and also murder someone from it?
What?
I was just saying you want to come get your stress toy. And then maybe, murder someone.
I don't know, man. It's kind of bullshit, that you got to keep that office. Because there's so much other space.
And I get that. You could have been in that space.
This is really thick glass.
Thank you.
It's like a SeaWorld exhibit.
Oh, and it really hurts when you tap it like that. It really hurts my ears.
Not even qualified for this position. You're just some Ivy League punk who gets set up in this spot. Did you even get a word today? Did you get a word like you were supposed to?
And no, I didn't. And
You didn't get a word.
Go to an Ivy League school. I actually didn't even get. I didn't even get into college. Yeah. So.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get a word? It's a little late into the episode now to get a word, but you can give it a try. And then you can send the king down here, and I will have someone get a form going or something to murdering the king. I will see what we can do. If we can bounce that over to legal, maybe.
Okay.
Did you fart again?
What was that?
You're pathetic, buddy. I'm gonna go.
What an asshole. And King, they're gonna go kill you down in the lobby. So.
Okay. Well, it was nice working here. I mean, but who's going to care for the orphan?
I know, right? Oof. Sucks to be the guy who has to figure that out. Thank you, Orphan King.
Hey. Stay cool.
You too, and rest in peace if you die. All right. Well, thank you, Super Pizza, for delivering that command. And thank you, Orphan King, for all the things you've done. If you're just joining us, I'm Mr. Grayson. I'm the head of hiring and firing here at the Everything Now show. Man, what a time it's been. We've hired one person so far, Cindy, to be a main cast member on Everything Now. And we've rejected
Ring-a-ding ding ding dong. Ring-a-ding ding ding dong. Ding 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 dong. Ring-a-ding ding ding dong. Ring-a-ding ding ding dong. Ring-a-ding ding ding dong. Ding 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 dong. Ring-a-ding ding ding dong.
Hello, this is Mr. Grayson.
Hey, Mr. Grayson.
Hi.
Hey, this is your pediatrician's office.
Oh, you guys are calling again? Hi.
Calling what?
Someone called me from your office earlier.
Who called you from our office?
I can't remember her name, but she called saying that...
Only men work here. Have you not noticed that only men work here?
Well, I haven't gone to you guys in years, so I...
Are you farting right now?
How is this? Yes, I did. I did just fart.
Alright, well, try to, not let me hear that, I guess.
Okay. What were you calling about? I'm sorry.
Your card was declined.
My card was declined.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about my parents' card? Because I never...
We have your card on file here.
You
I
have
guess you got one when you went to college?
Yes, I did.
Right, so we got that on file. We were keeping you in our system, but it seems the card declined. Someone else called from here earlier? Because there are I want to stress, no women work here.
I guess it must have been the wrong number.
What did they say to you?
They said that they looked at results from an eyesight test a long time ago, and they got the results wrong, and I'm legally blind. And I told her that I wear glasses, and she was like, "Oh, well, that's great." And then she just kind of hung up.
Well, I guess that would explain that.
Is that what you were calling about?
No, I'm calling because your card is declined.
Right.
I don't understand what isn't getting through with that.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how your eyes are?
No, I'm pretty sure I know how they are. Yeah.
Okay, let me just check over your chart here. Do you still not like being away from mommy?
Okay. Let me just turn off the thing so chat doesn't hear this. I mean, yes. Yeah.
Okay. And you are now how old?
32 years old.
Okay, right. Yep. Making sure I have the correct information here. So still afraid of being away from mommy. What about?
I'm sorry, I lied about my age. I also lied about going to college when I came there. I never got into college. I just wanted to say that so it seemed like I'd still be kind of, in that threshold to still see my pediatrician, but obviously I should have gone to see a real doctor, but I didn't because I was scared of adult doctors. And yeah, that card declined because it was maxed out.
Oh, dark. Not related to what I'm talking about, though. Does milk still hurt your tum-tum?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm going to recommend you come in for another checkup. We do have lollipops here. I think you'll enjoy yourself.
And you'd still see someone who's 47 years old?
What?
You'd still see someone who's 47 years old?
Jesus. How long has this office been open? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'd like to make an appointment.
Okay. Any boo-boos we should know about?
I did fall down and scrape my knee.
And has that been kissed yet?
No, it hasn't.
All right, I'm just going to make a note of that here. Okay. We're going to put you in for Tuesday at 3 p.m. Does that work for you?
That's great. Thank you.
Okay. And make sure Mommy knows too, okay?
I'll make sure Mommy knows.
Okay. Great. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. Chat, you can probably hear me again now. I just turned it back on. That was just a business call. Anyway, I think we have another interviewee calling in. So yeah, let's see who's on the line.
Mr. Roland, thank you for interviewing me.
Hello? Hi. This is actually Mr. Grayson.
Oh, shit. I thought this was his office.
This is actually Mr. Grayson's office. Mr. Roland was fired earlier today.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you for succeeding him, and I look forward to serving you in the near future.
Great. Well, yeah, I'm excited to interview you for the potential of that. So, Phil.
Thank you, we eat the money,
And
yes,
thank you,
yum.
Executive Super Pizza, for the $5. We'll get to you on who we should fire after Phil. And Phil, so great. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I used to work for an unregulated pharmaceutical company ran by, believe it or not, the same person who used to work in this very office. So it was my first job going out of college, and he said, it's like, yeah, so what are you good at? Well, I'm an accountant, so I'm good at math. Well, he mistook that as good at meth, so I ended up working in a meth lab for a time.
And you claim that on your resume that you used to work in a meth lab?
Full disclosure, it might creep up somewhere, so.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're being open with me. Oh. And sorry about that.
Al Pastor, huh?
Yes. Yeah, you know you have that same issue?
No, I just recognize the smell.
Oh, you can smell. How do you smell?
I'm a good ass kisser, sir.
Okay. Well, great. Well, so you worked so the pharmaceutical company was a meth lab, is what I'm getting at here?
Well, yeah, it was unregulated. It got shut down a little while ago, so.
Gotcha. Great.
But on top of that, no, you go on.
No, you go ahead. On top of that.
Okay, so, but aside from that, I then worked for another company which had really bad health benefits that didn't have any sick leave. And I ended up getting sick from that job.
Wow. Did you take advantage of the health benefits after you got sick?
There was none. So basically what ended up happening was I got into an argument with a coworker who ended up guiding me. And, well, I may be a zombie.
You may be a zombie.
Maybe, yeah. It hasn't been confirmed yet. There hasn't been really a name for it in the medical field, but that's just been a hypothetical.
And when you say zombie, you're talking about like on The Walking Dead, for instance, like a person who has died and come back to life.
Yeah, but it's not like The Walking Dead where I'm able to articulate complete sentences and all that good stuff. I mean, I'm still good in terms of my mental faculties.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's just a horrible stereotype, that movie. I mean, get that out of your mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking it out. I've never interviewed a zombie, but I'm sure you seem like a fine person besides the fact that you worked at a meth lab, which I don't know if... I think that's a felony, but I'm not... We'll have to run a background check after this. Well, great. So you worked at a meth lab, you became a zombie, and the position you were looking to work, where you were applying for?
Accountant.
Accountant. Great. And any experience in accounting in those past positions at all?
I'm good with meth.
Got you. Good with math. But
Math.
math? You're good with math.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you said math before, but that might have been because you mentioned that you worked at a meth lab. Anyway, you're good with math. That's good. Accountants should be good at math. Do you have experience? Do you have any degree in accounting? Any classes that you've taken?
Well, no. You see, everything that I know about math is really just basic arithmetic, but at the same time, I'm really good at math.
You're really good at math, but you only know basic arithmetic.
Yes,
Okay. But you're good at that arithmetic.
absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's good. What about working with like spreadsheets? You know, the accountants that it's kind of big numbers too. I guess you don't really have to know.
Like
a lot
how
about,
big?
like, huh?
Like how big?
Well, I can't really disclose that, but if we're going with the hypothetical, let's say like, you know, there's accounts payable of like $5 million that you're kind of working with as an accountant on a day-to-day basis.
Sure, why not?
Okay, and that's a sure why not. I'll just make note of that. We got a question from Jane Else, an exec here, saying ask him what 4 plus 8 is. So what's 4 plus 8?
You know, 4 plus 8 equals money in your pocket, my friend.
Okay, seems like a sales tactic. But can you like the actual equation of 4 plus 8 would be?
Well, I mean, that would mean I'd be doing work for you, and you know, I kind of want to get hired before I start doing work for you.
Gotcha.
But I could definitely do that.
Okay. Well, let's say that this probably isn't going to be part of the work because you probably wouldn't be adding 4 plus 8. So just give me a number for 4 plus 8. What does that equal?
Well, that's a big number, my friend.
And yes, it's almost 2 numbers put together.
Yeah, might be more. Never know.
Well, I know that is just 2 numbers. It's just 2 numbers next.
Well,
to
you
each
just
other.
have to hire me and find out. You know, I mean, you gotta.
Well,
you gotta take a risk.
I know this. I was just seeing if you. Okay, moving on. Do we have any other questions for our good friend Phil here? Maybe, you know, more about accounting. We could touch on that he's a zombie. I mean, we don't have to touch on that. Maybe we shouldn't touch on that.
I'm cool with it.
You're cool with it.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Here we go. Nephew Zach has a question. Sally has 2 arms, 2 legs, and 1 brain. You eat 1 arm and the brain. How many arms, legs, and brains does Sally have left?
Well, for that, you'd have to. Let's see. So, how many arms, legs? Okay, so we got that figured out. You know what? I'm just interested in the brains. Okay, so all we really need to know is brains. Do we have the budget for brains? Anything else doesn't even matter.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so
I mean,
let's assume we have the budget for the brains.
Well, I mean, I'd have to look at the sheets. Don't tell me that we have the budget for it unless I look at the sheets.
Gotcha. And that's good accounting. To
Damn
look at
right.
the sheets before. Okay. Great. Yeah. Yeah. And we got a question from Jane Else. As a rotting corpse, what is your 5-year plan?
My 5-year plan is to have your job.
To have my job.
Yes, because, well, look at it this way. I'm assuming that you're going to be moving up from your position, you being highly successful and all. So I'm going to be having your job.
Okay, well, you know, the accounting career path doesn't really get you to the hiring,
Just watch me.
hiring position. Just watch you. Okay. Sounds a little threatening, but okay, we'll take it. And we also had a question from Motion Design saying, "What are your lunch breaks like?"
It's pretty good. So I have I bring a brown bag lunch with me, full of human organs. And the cool thing is nobody ever mistakes my lunch for their lunch.
That is good. I would stay far away from that bag if I saw a bag full of human organs. I probably wouldn't touch it. And a brown bag is the best container for that? There's
Absolutely, very eco-friendly.
You could do like Tupperware, reusable, you can wash that out.
Well, it's going to take quite many years for that to degrade.
Right. And a paper bag. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that seems fun. Seems good. And you have you worked in a space with other people before, while you are zombie?
Well, it's only been a recent transition for me.
Okay. And are you afraid that people might, react a certain way if they see you eating human organs next to them while they're eating a salad?
Well, that's the thing. I'm hoping that Everything Now Corporation actually has a good HR department that would educate people on zombies, saying we're not just people who murder people. We're not just people who likes to consume them and maybe make even more zombies from the survivors who may have been eaten completely.
Gotcha. You're planning to convert our employees to zombies if you get hired?
No. At least not without their consent.
That's good. Great.
So, quick question. What's with the box?
What's in the box? You asking me what's in the box? I'm in the box. I'm in the glass box. Hello? It's me. I'm in the box. Okay. Well, we're gonna vote on if Phil gets through. So, chat. We're gonna vote if Phil will get hired as an accountant for the Everything Now show. We're gonna pull up in a second. It'll be 1 for yes, 2 for no. And Phil, are you still with me? You asked me a question and then kind of just went off. That's okay. Thank you, Phil. And 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, there he is. And the answer was I'm in the box, Phil.
But why exactly? So if you have a zombie workforce, you don't really need to be in a box because I'm assuming you're there for COVID-19, yes?
I am, yeah. I'm trying not to spread.
Well, as a zombie, I can't have COVID-19.
Well, that's something. Maybe that's the quote-unquote vaccine, is we all become zombies.
Well, we'll never know, but at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to try, really.
It might hurt if you get eaten. But hey, it looks like you are getting hired, so congrats, Phil. You are our new accountant. So great job.
Thank you, everyone. Well, I'm very grateful to have this new position, and I actually look forward for you to get out of that box. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Same. And I'm looking forward, maybe now that you're hired, you can answer that question. 4 plus 8.
I'll tell you in person.
Okay. Thank you, Phil.
All right, take care.
You too. Bye. Great. And we hired Phil, who I can't wait to hear if he can answer that simple question about math. Great. And Super Pizza had donated another $5. So Super Pizza, if you want to let us know who you'd like to fire in the chat, and we will go ahead and fire them. If you're just joining us, I'm Mr. Grayson. It's been a wild ride so far. We have hired a new cast member, Cindy. We have hired a zombie to be our accountant. And we have fired the Orphan King. Just another day at the office. We got Fire the guy that washes the plants because the plants are all dirty. Okay. And you know, Douglas is actually a good friend of mine, so this is gonna be hard. I actually don't wanna fire Douglas, but that's what we gotta do, and that's what we gotta do. Maybe I could just call him. Yeah, I'll just call him. Alright. I know, it really sucks. This is part of the job, though. Sometimes you gotta fire your best friends.
Hello?
Hey Douglas, it's Mr. Grayson.
Hey, it's me, Douglas, the guy that waters the plants.
Yeah, hi Douglas. Hi, it's me, Mr. Grayson.
Hey, Mr. Grayson, how are you, man?
I'm doing alright, I'm in a box.
Ah, I get that, brother.
Yeah, are you in a box too?
Well, I mean, just like, psychologically, what's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to call, and see how you doing.
I'm doing great. I've just been cleaning the plants.
Great, yeah.
Is there any plant in your house?
No, you don't need to come to my house. There's no plants.
Okay.
They need to be washed. They're all very clean. And yeah, I was.
Hey, Mr. Grayson.
Yeah.
My arm's been stuck in the refrigerator for 75 minutes. You know anyone who could come take care of this?
Who? What has been stuck?
My arm.
Your arm has been stuck in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I
For
feel like
75
such a freaking dope.
That's okay. That's okay. I could call someone after. I could make a call after this call to get someone to help you out, get your arm out of there.
Thanks, Mr. Grayson. You're always doing me a solid.
Yeah. About that. You know, we really appreciate you washing the plants.
I use so much soap.
I know. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I'm calling you. You know, you were hired to water the plants. But instead you wash them, kind of like a person would wash a car.
Yeah, that's what you do, right? Because it's office furniture.
And no, it's a living plant, so you would just water it to make sure it's, you know, good and alive, and then you would leave it alone. But you bring a hose in and from outside and you kind of, you know, spray it, and it first off overwaters the plants.
It gets so dirty, it's sitting in dirt.
Yeah, that's soil. That's how the plant grows, is through the soil.
Right, and then when it grows out of the dirt, it's covered in the dirt still. You understand the predicament?
I understand that it's a hard
Thanks,
thing
Mr. Grayson. You always got me covered.
But this isn't. That's not it. You know, the whole office gets wet because you're spraying, and you know the carpet's soaked. You do it, you know, while people are working, and sometimes people get wet.
Do you want me to pull up the carpet?
No, that's.
I can pull up the carpet.
We don't need you to pull up the carpet. We can have, you know, a specialist.
I live with my mom. She's not busy during the day. I can have her come over and pull. Oh, did you fart?
Yeah, I just farted.
Okay, I was just saying, my mom's not busy during the day. She's got arthritis, but I bet she could come pull up the carpet.
We don't need anyone to pull up the carpet. If we need to, we'll call a specialist and they'll pull up the carpet. But Douglas, I'm sorry, but due to everything, I'm going to have to fire you.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Are you okay?
Oh no. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh
I'm so
my
sorry.
God.
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no. Oh my God.
I didn't want to have to do this. I'm really sorry.
Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Oh freak. Oh my God. Oh no.
Yeah. And is this because you're getting fired, or is this because your arm's still caught in the refrigerator?
Oh, it's all happening at once. Oh my God.
And I'm gonna call someone to help you out with that.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Can you call someone else who could maybe get me some work washing plants somewhere?
I don't think that's a real job anywhere. Unless it's like plastic plants.
It's all I know.
Maybe you can get a job cleaning plastic plants. And maybe other things too, because they probably just don't hire someone to exclusively just clean plants only.
I guess there's nowhere for me in this world, huh?
No, you can get a job. You're great at cleaning the plants. Just clean something that is not the plants.
I'm gonna climb into this refrigerator. You
No,
don't need
don't
to
do that.
send anyone for me.
No, don't do that. I'm gonna call someone.
Hey, Mr. Grayson,
Yeah.
you're a big shot, and I really value you talking to me.
I'm not even a big shot.
All right, I'm gonna try to die
No,
like
don't.
the guy did in The Shining.
Don't.
Bye
what?
bye.
No, don't try that. Hi. Yes. Yeah. Douglas is caught in the fridge. He might have climbed in the fridge. I just need someone. Can you send someone down, please? Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Well, that sucked. I didn't want to have to fire Douglas, but yeah. That's how it goes sometimes, I guess. Anyway, we got someone else on the line, so... Oh. Hopefully no one heard that. If you're just joining me, I'm Mr. Grayson, and oh, hello.
Hi, it's me, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
I heard you fart. Are you okay?
I'm fine, yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'll go back.
Thanks, Donna. Appreciate it. Thank you for always listening to
I got you.
whatever bodily noises I'm making. Anyway, I think we have another caller.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this, who am I speaking to?
This is Mr. Grayson. 1 second, Bunky. Can we get the monitor turned down for Bunky's call? Just the external one.
I'm sorry if I'm coming in hot.
No, you're great now, Bunky. Hey, Bunky. It's Mr. Grayson here. I'm the one. I'm
Hi,
the one that'll
Mr.
be
Grayson.
interviewing you.
Hi, Mr. Grayson. I saw the ad in the paper and I called as soon as I could.
Great. Well, I'm glad that our paper ads are working. We took a big swing with that one.
Yeah, it was one of the few papers I've actually bought over the past year or so. So it was very lucky for me, especially since you're just looking for jobs, people to fill jobs.
Yeah, it was very general and not very specific on what jobs we needed to fill. It just said, jobs. Call this number and we'll get you a job.
Well, look no further. I'm here to run the cafeteria.
You're here to run the cafeteria? Great. That's amazing
right.
News. Great.
That's
well,
right.
Well, that's...
I'll tell you about my experience.
Yeah, no, please,
I have
go ahead.
3 years as a sandwich artist. I've been
Okay.
I've been commissioned for many sandwiches to many a customer, including a commission from the manager of the Domino's next door.
Ooh,
And
okay.
and I think some would say I'm overqualified for this job, but
Oh,
I wouldn't
some
say
would
that.
say.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't say that though. I'm exactly qualified. I'm just the right amount of qualified.
Great. And when you say sandwich artist, are you like a freelance sandwich artist? Do people come in? Do you own a store, a sandwich store that you make sandwiches in, or?
It's a Subway sandwiches.
Oh, Subway. Okay, yeah, I've been to Subway. Yeah, that's okay. So you made sandwiches at Subway.
I sure did, and before that I had a year or so experience at Starbucks. I was a coffee artist. I made many there.
Okay.
And some called me the Banksy of coffee artists.
The Banksy of coffee artists. Could you give me an example of like something you did with the coffee that
yeah, well, I usually pour the foam on the coffee and make little designs.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my designs was it was a little girl, and she's holding like a stuffed bear, and she's looking up at the Mona Lisa, and the Mona Lisa is holding an assault rifle.
And you put that all in the foam in the top of a cup?
Yeah, I wanted to make a statement. So that's
Wow.
what I did.
And that would be a statement. If I saw that in my coffee cup, I don't know if I would drink it.
Well, someone did, and unfortunately, they didn't even see the design because it was in one of those cups with a
were you able to?
with a lid on it.
Oh, it had a lid on it. You weren't able to take a picture or anything?
No, I was hoping they would, but they didn't. They just drank it, and I said, "Good day." You know how they say.
Yeah, everybody at Starbucks says "good day" after you get your drink.
It's company policy.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So you got two great kind of artist gigs. So you want to run the cafeteria. Would you be kind of implementing this kind of art aspect when running the cafeteria, or?
If you would allow me that chance, yeah, I would put a lot of art into everything that I make, whether it be sandwiches or making coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It would always have some kind of art in it and always some kind of spin, like I had this idea about doing a sandwich with the mayonnaise on it, and it was designed it's a bunch of monkeys, and they're all on a protest, and then behind them is the American flag, but it's actually the Mona Lisa in the American flag, and she's holding an assault rifle.
Oh, okay. And this would be in mayonnaise on the sandwich, on the bread?
That's right.
Okay. And this wouldn't just like immediately get crushed by the like deli meat that you put on the sandwich, would it?
Well, yeah, it would, and I would be the one doing it. But I would hope that whoever is eating it will take the. Oh, sorry, that was me. That was the carbonara coming up.
Oh, you had carbonara too. Okay.
Yeah, I had it for lunch.
But you were saying you would hope that when someone was eating the sandwich, they would feel the message, or.
Yeah, or just take the top layer off it and see the design underneath, even though it's a little bit smushed at that point.
Yeah, and I don't really know a lot of people that would take the top layer off to check if there's a design in the mayonnaise on their sandwich, but that's just me. Maybe they would. Maybe people in the chat have done that before and can vouch that is a thing that is done. But maybe I should do that. I don't know how much art I'm missing out on from not opening up my sandwich and checking out the mayo spread on there.
I would recommend it, especially if you go to a Subway, because they're real artists there, and they you never know what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, great.
So I would love to run your cafeteria and just make all the food myself and hand it out myself. I'm, like I said, extremely well qualified for that.
Yes, and you wouldn't want any workers with you? You wouldn't want anybody under you to kind of help make the food? It would just be a one-man show?
Yeah, it's kind of a one-man show over there.
Okay.
I mean, it would be, if that's okay, unless you wanted to hire someone else to help, but I'm just doing this on my own right now.
Okay, and how many people do you normally feed? We have a whole corporation, so there might be a lot of people in the cafeteria, and it might be hard for one person to, make all the food.
Yeah, my workshop, where I make some of the sandwiches, employs about 20 people, 25 maybe.
Okay.
I haven't counted recently, and I fired some people.
Okay. And a workshop, you said?
Yeah, it's
like a
have you
deli?
heard? No, it's a Subway sandwiches. Have you ever been to Subway?
Yes. Okay. So
There's all kinds of people running around
Yes,
there and
yeah.
making
And
sandwiches.
there's 20 people working at the Subway.
There sure is. Pop.
Wow.
Sorry, that's a little slang there.
What?
Never mind. You know, when you become a sandwich artist, you just kind of take on these new slangs. Like you just start calling people pop.
Okay.
And
Pop.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's an artist community thing. I get it. Yeah. There's some slang in the hiring and firing business too.
I bet there is. I mean, even just the words hiring and firing are kind of like slang.
Yeah, that's true. It is. Letting go, is kind of, a different way to spin it.
Getting laid off, that's another one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I could talk about slang all day. But
We could. Let's hear from our execs if they have any questions. We got a question from Executive Super Pizza. Can you tell us some more sandwich slang?
Sure. Yeah, we call turkey. We call that light ham.
Light ham.
And
you call turkey.
Yeah,
light
we call
ham.
it the light ham.
Okay.
And then the roast beef. We call that the dark ham.
You call roast beef dark ham.
Yeah, you got a problem with that, Pop?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's nice that you have kind of like a center that you can compare everything to, and ham is kind of like your kind of guiding light with that. What do you call bread?
It's the basic meat. I'm sorry?
What do you call bread?
That's the sponge. We call it the sponge.
And you call bread the sponge. Okay.
Yeah, we say put that light ham in the sponge already.
Oh. Yeah.
That's what we say.
Okay. Yeah, and that seems like it would get going faster than, put that turkey on the bread.
We call mustard the yellow.
The yellow.
And we call mayonnaise the white.
Okay.
I mean, these are just it's just standard.
What about ranch? If mayo's the white, what do you call ranch?
We call it pickled white.
Pickled white. Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah, we have another question from Jay Nels. Do you have gluten-free sandwich art?
Yes, we do. Actually, yeah, we've been just experimenting with that recently because not a lot of people can eat gluten, as we all know.
Yep.
And so I had the workshop just sort of whip up something, and it's a different kind of sponge that we call bread, if you remember from earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a different kind of sponge, and it just doesn't use any of the glute parts of regular bread.
None of the glute
So
part.
we got rid of all the glute parts. And now it's glute-free. So you can come into the Subway that I work at and just order the glute-free sponge.
Glute-free sponge, and that's your slang for gluten-free bread is glute-free sponge.
That's right.
Great. Well, I think you're very qualified. We got to pull up for our execs to vote now. How about
thank you.
Name some more sandwich slang? I love hearing the sandwich slang. How about we hear more of that while we get our votes in?
Well, if you ask for onion, I'm just going to toss you right out of the store because we call those swirly bits. We call them swirly bits.
You call onions swirly bits?
Yeah, if you come in, if you get light ham on white sponge with yellow, and you say, I would like onions on that, I say, you get out of here. You don't belong here. And but if you say swirly bits, then that works just fine.
And you expect the customers to say the slang, or else they're gonna get thrown out of your shop. And
I would expect
thank you to Fantastic Plastics and the 120 viewers. I'm interviewing Bunky Elliott, who's a sandwich artist. He's giving us some sandwich slang. And we're voting right now, so if you want Bunky, I know you don't know much about him, but if you want Bunky to get a job, you can vote 1 in the chat for yes. But Bunky, how about you give us some more of that sandwich slang?
Well, tomatoes, we just call that the Big Easy because you put it on everything, it tastes great. It's easy to slice, easy to eat.
Mm-hmm. And tomatoes are called the Big Easy, and that makes sense. Great.
That's right. And lettuce, we call it Earth. We just call it the Earth because that's what you're eating. You're eating Earth.
Okay, great. I think we're gonna end that poll on lettuce. And you know, Bunky Elliott, it looks like you're gonna get hired.
Oh my God!
You're gonna run our cafeteria.
And I'd be working in your office?
No, you'd be working in the cafeteria. Yeah.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah. So great.
Well, that's great. And one of the reasons I chose your business is because you employ an orphan king, and I am an orphan.
Oh.
And anytime I join a business such as yours, I count on praising some kind of orphan king to honor my heritage.
Thank you very much.
And we actually fired the orphan king earlier today.
You fired the orphan king?
Yeah, we did. We're
Thank you
sorry,
very much.
Bunky.
Are you even allowed to do that?
I think we're technically supposed to kill the orphan king, and I sent them down to the lobby to get killed. But we'll have to see where that ends up. But
okay.
But Bunky, it was great talking to you. I'm very excited to experience your sandwich art in our cafeteria. And I'll be sure to order the dark ham on the wheat sponge.
Well, you want any curly bits on that?
Oh, you know I'm gonna get some curly bits on that with the yellow.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. Well, I'll see you there.
All right, thanks, Bunky.
Thank you, Mr. Grayson.
All right, I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And guys, Raiders, thanks for joining us. I'm Mr. Grayson. We're hiring and firing today, and this is a part of the Everything Now show. I think we can do a trailer. Let's throw in the trailer real quick for all the new peeps, new eyes that we have. It'll give you. Oh, and I just hope you didn't hear that. But yeah, we got a trailer. We do a lot of stuff on this channel. I'm just an employee. So yeah. But yeah, we're glad to see you guys here. Pulling up the trailer now, so stay tuned. We'll come back to me, and we got one more caller after this.
It's Everything Now, an interactive comedy show on Twitch where you, the viewers, are in control, featuring special guests from all over the Twitch community and the Los Angeles comedy scene. Enter a variety of wild scenarios with colorful characters and help steer the story in whatever direction you want. You can vote in polls to pick dialogue or make choices. You can pay to play sound effects that have in-show ramifications.
Road ends in 100 feet.
What the fuck?
Submit images over Twitter and Discord for us to use. Or just hop in the chat and suggest what you think we should do. It's your show too, friend. Every episode is its own sandbox to play in. There's never a dull moment. Hop on in and experience everything now.
And that's the trailer for this show, and I am in a glass container to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Obviously, there's a phone there. We've been taking calls though, and we got another caller. So in the chat, you can help us by asking the interviewee questions, and then at the end we'll vote on if we get the job or not. Oh. And I'm not gonna lie, I did eat a al pastor burrito earlier, and I was hoping that it wouldn't come through the signal on your end, but it seems to be coming through nice and clear. So yeah. And hi, Legacy Squid. It is Mr. Grayson. We're gonna take another caller now. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, this is Mr. Grayson. May I
Who's
ask-
calling?
Oh, you're calling me, sir.
What? I know that.
Okay.
Don't talk back to me.
Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't mean to talk back. I was just clarifying. It's nice. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Portion Pogborg.
Porson Pogborg?
Portion Pogborg, yeah. What was your name again?
My name's Mr. Grayson.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Porson. It's nice
What
to
do you
have you.
want?
What? Huh?
What do you
I
want?
Well,
Yep.
this was a scheduled interview to work at the Everything Now show.
I know that.
Okay, yeah, and of course you know that you seem like a quick
Yeah.
lad, quick, sharp young man.
Yep. I'm 29 years old.
You're 29 years old.
Yep.
Wow, and you sound great. That's great, Porson. And can I ask you what job you're calling in to interview for here?
Oh, right. Yeah. The job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling about the job. I was told that you guys are hiring, and I'm calling to see if I can get the job. Because
Yes.
I've been retired for 10 years now, and I'm getting pretty bored. I'm just
29, and you've been retired for 10 years.
Who told you I was 29?
Well, you just that's okay. It doesn't. Yeah, you've been retired for 10 years. You want to get back in the workforce, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting mighty bored just doing drugs here at home, so I decided I might get myself a job.
You're just doing drugs at home.
What? Yeah?
You said okay. Prescription drugs?
I'm old, I can do what I want.
Okay. Great. And that's fine. Yeah. So
When you get to be my age, young man, you'll think, well, I don't got much time left, might as well do whatever it is that I wanted to do when I was a young man. And so I've been doing all the things I wanted to do. But I'm getting bored of that, so I decided I've got to get myself back into the workforce.
And that's great. We have a question from our exec Super Pizza on what drugs were you taking, if you don't mind asking. I know it's a weird interview question, but...
Oh, well, I don't mind answering. Yep. Well, I've been dropping acid like it's 1969 again,
Wow, that's
and
great.
smoking the reefer like it's 1934. And also I've been doing some of the newer ones like DMT and ketamine and psilocybin and
I used to do
ecstasy,
ketamine a lot,
Molly.
actually, yeah.
What's that now?
I used to do ketamine. I'm a recovering addict from
Oh,
ketamine.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not a good one to be addicted to, if I might
No,
say so myself.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
No,
what a
no.
disaster! Executive What a Disaster says, open that third eye, Porson.
Well, I've been trying to open that third eye, and it's just not opening. I've been scratching it in my skull trying to get that eye to open, and it's not opening.
Yeah. And don't scratch too hard. You might hurt yourself. You don't want to scratch.
Well,
that
I
third eye.
gotta get that eye open.
Well, it's kind of like a metaphysical third eye, as opposed to
A what now?
We can move on from that. But you're just looking for any job. You're looking to get back into the workforce. Any job. Okay.
Well, I used to be a salesman, so I thought I might do some door-to-door salesman stuff.
Okay.
You got any encyclopedias that you're trying to sell? I can move those real good.
We don't have encyclopedias. We have
No?
no. We have like an online encyclopedia for the show. Like I don't know if you've heard of those.
I don't follow you.
Like a wiki, a fan wiki, but no physical copies.
Wiki.
Mhm.
I don't know. Well, I also moved, I used to move Beanie Babies back in the 90s, door to door. Not a lot of people buying them door to door, but I did my best. I sold a few, and I kept a few, and I bet they're worth a lot nowadays, so I'm gonna sell them up on that auction block.
I actually
Sure
found out
enough.
recently that Beanie Babies are not worth that much.
What?
Yeah, they're actually not worth that much. Sorry to burst your bubble, but yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking? Oh, God dang it! Fine.
I'm sorry. I'm
Throw
sorry.
all them Beanie Babies out then.
Well, you can keep them. I mean, they're yeah. We have another question from Wooden Sims. What were you best at selling during your prime years?
Well, like I said before, my best things I like to sell were encyclopedias. That was back in the 60s, of course, and hula hoops. I sold some of those in the 50s. Oh yeah,
Wow.
when they were a new thing back then.
Yeah, I'm sure they were all the
Yeah.
rage.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We have another question. A favorite Beanie Baby? Do you have a favorite Beanie Baby?
What do you mean?
Like a favorite kind? There's different kinds of Beanie Babies. Do you have a favorite one?
I mean, they're all just like little furry color things. I don't really know what you mean by favorite of them. They're all the same to me.
Oh, so you just think
Just
they're like
an
kind of blobs of
investment.
color?
Yup. I don't, my eyesight's not too good, so I just see them as like blurry blobs of color, and they feel mighty fuzzy, so I assume they're made out of some sort of textile or
I think that's a good assumption.
fluffy stuff.
Yeah.
Yup.
And we got a question from Sitar. How did a 29-year-old fail at selling Beanie Babies in the 1990s?
Well, I don't know who this Qatar is, but their math is mighty bad, 'cause I'm 29 now, so in the 1990s I would have been, let's see here, about 55, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Well, great. Porson, if you're just looking for a specific job, I mean, we don't have door-to-door salesmen, but my assistant Donna needs some help on her end. Maybe I could get her on the phone and see if you could be her like assistant to the Donna's assistant.
You got women folk in the workplace. That's not a good recipe.
Oh, you don't like that we
Gotta
have women
keep the men
working here?
and the women separate.
Oh, that's not, yeah, Porson, we don't abide, we don't like that kind of thinking around here. We treat women as equal here, so.
Women are too distracting.
Too
It
distracted?
can't work when there's women folk around.
Like you're distracted when there's women around?
Yeah. They're too distracting.
Or they're too
They don't belong in the workforce.
It seems like you might need some self-control, maybe, looking at.
Well, if they weren't in the workplace, I wouldn't need no self-control. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. So that's a great segue into our voting of the execs.
I'm sure everyone here agree with me on that point. So I'm sure I'm a shoo-in for the position, right?
Well, we're gonna see. I really, it's all up to the execs at this point. But yeah, I assume there weren't a lot of women next to you when you were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, Al Pastor.
Oh, nice. That's the only thing we have in common is that we both ate al pastor today.
Yep.
Great.
Well,
execs in the
it's
chat,
just
you can
stuff.
check either a 1 or a 2. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
What do you mean?
Not you. This is for the execs.
Was this tapping on your typewriter?
No, this
Tippy
is...
tapping on your typewriter?
Yeah, let's say we're typing on our typewriter.
And it's a tongue twister, ain't it?
That's a tongue twister. And,
I'll be glad to work for you, young man. You're a good man.
Thank you, but it looks like unfortunately you will not be able to work for us. It was a no from the execs. So sorry about that. But Porson, I hope you find maybe an oil rig for you to work on, but I assure you there might be female employees on there too. Maybe you could stick to keep being an individual worker and door-to-door salesman.
Oh, darn
and
it.
stuff.
Well, maybe I'll find something to hawk on the streets.
Yeah.
Door-to-door salesman. I might try selling encyclopedias again.
We'll try to get those Beanie Babies. Maybe you can convince people that they're still worth something.
Oh yeah, maybe. I'll try that.
And our executive what a disaster says it's a no, but keep working on opening your third eye. And I think that would help if you get that thing open.
Yeah, okay, well the wound just closed up, so I'll try scratching it up again.
Okay. Maybe, okay. Don't hurt yourself, Orson.
Well, you gotta hurt yourself to get the third eye open.
And that's what...
Just a little bit of pain for words that are beyond measure.
True that, Orson. Wise words from Mr. Pogborg. Pogborg. And,
Pogborg?
Pogborg, yes.
Pogborg.
Yes, Pogborg.
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 Yeah, Pogborg.
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 Pogborg. And thank you, Porson. Pogborg. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Ring-a-ding, ding, 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 dong. Ring-a-ding, ding, ding, dong. Ding, ding, ding,
What's
ding,
that
dong. Ring-a-ding, ding, ding, dong. Ring-a-ding, ding, 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 dong. Ring-a-ding, ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong. Ring-a-ding, ding, ding, dong.
Hello?
Hi there, I'm just calling from the doctor's office. I understand you had several appointments throughout the week, but
Yes, and this is my pediatrician's office?
No, this isn't your pediatrician. This is your oncologist.
Okay.
And I just wanted to ask, I just wanted to ask. I'm just curious if you know everything that's going on, down there in like your
I'm just gonna mute the other people
in like
over
your
here.
private space.
Okay, yeah, it's muted now. Go ahead. Sorry.
It like just your private space, like maybe your little Peter or your
And that's a medical term.
your pee or
a Peter and a pee are medical terms you're using?
Of course they are.
Sorry, I wasn't aware.
Yeah. I just wanted to know if anything like was going on down there. It's kind of like a pre-appointment.
This is like you calling to see if something's wrong down there so we can fix it?
Well, you're coming in for your yearly checkup, so I just wanted to know if there was anything out of the ordinary with your PP.
Hey, Mr. Grayson, this is your child lung doctor.
What?
This is your child lung doctor.
And you guys are on the same...
We share a floor on the building.
We have a WeWork. We're in a WeWork together.
This is a doctor WeWork. Okay.
We just wanted to, I just wanted to check how's your PP? Is your PP
You
okay?
need to know too. But you're in two different offices?
Hi, Mr. Grayson. This is your child neurologist.
And you're also in this WeWork?
Yeah, we're all kind of in like a group call because you're our favorite patient. I just wanted to call as your neurologist and ask, how's your PP doing?
Is this a prank? Hello?
No, we're all medical doctors. This is not a prank.
And you all use the term PP.
Mr. Grayson.
Yes?
It's your childhood orthodontist, Dr. Goldberg. I just wanted to see, first of all, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for actually asking me that before you asked me any medical questions.
Well, of
you
course.
in the same WeWork as these other people?
Yeah.
You guys are all sharing a phone? Are you passing this phone back and forth?
We all work in the same WeWork, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be blunt, Mr. Grayson. How's your pee-pee doing?
I don't. What?
Your pee-pee, Mr. Grayson, how's it doing?
And you guys are talking about my...
Hey, Mr. Grayson.
This isn't like a term for something else, right?
It's kid dentist.
It's kid dentist?
It's kid dentist.
This isn't even my dentist as a child. This is just a child who's also a dentist.
Let me see your teeth.
I'm talking on the phone.
Send me a picture of your teeth, and then also tell all the grown-ups about your pee-pee.
Wait, what?
Mr. Grayson, this is your pianist. I just wanted to know, really, what's your penis like now?
You play piano?
I was your piano teacher when you were a child, and now I'm calling back to check on your penis.
And you work at the WeWork too?
Yes, I'm just kind of in the corner and I overheard.
I feel like you guys are socially distancing.
Pranked! Pranked!
Pranked, dude.
It's your pediatrician. You got pranked!
But really, your dick is gonna fall off,
Yeah,
so
we
you
do
should
need to
probably
talk to you
come
about
in.
your dick. That was what the setup for this was.
But it could be like a 1-2 punch. If you make a joke first, it softens the blow
Yeah.
of the fact that you really need to come in.
There are no kid dentists, though. That should have been a clue.
But I am your
You set up a
piano
prank to
teacher.
get me to come into the doctor's office?
Yeah. And we got you,
That
so
is so good.
please come in soon because the charts we have here are a little worrisome.
They're off the chart.
And
you really got it.
So we just want to take a look
I
and
thought you
make
said
sure we
that
have
no
a treatment
woman
plan.
worked at the pediatrician earlier.
This is my friend.
Oh.
I had her help me with this.
We got you.
Okay. Well,
But really, you come in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm glad none of you guys heard that. It was just a prank call. Well, anyway, this has been a great night of hiring and firing. So thank you for helping me, all the execs in the chat. Again, I'm Mr. Grayson. This is the Everything Now show. We stream every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. So please come find us this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to raid someone. So just in a moment, we'll get notice of who we're going to raid. And thank you for following No Time for This today. And thank you to everyone who followed, all the new faces, all the old faces, everybody who used sound alerts, who called in, who made me fart. It's been really great. And I'm just glad you didn't hear all the personal calls I got. And thank you to whoever raided. Let me see if I can pull up your name, because that was a great raid. Oh, and there it is. Fantastic Plastics. Thank you for the raid, sir. And we're going to send you all over to the great overlord, Uncle Joe. You're part of the Nephew Network, and Uncle Joe is our big old daddy. So say hi to Daddy for us. And tell Uncle Joe we love him. And yeah. Toodaloo. Thank you. And good night.
Thank you, we eat the money, yes,
Thank
yum
you for the
yum.
bits, Joe Tashi. Can somebody get me out of this box? Hey, I'm done with my shift. Can somebody get me out of the box?
No, stay in there.